Hey everybody, welcome back to the Movie Blues. I am DS Lyons. Today on the show we're going to be looking at a new movie, I.S.S, directed by Gabriel Kalpthwaite, who's also the director of the documentary Blackfish, you know, that documentary that came out that made you morbidly depressed about the abuse of orcas at SeaWorld.
Well, if not Don, it can't be Don. He said that he still has her. And I just...
Nightmare fuel. Big time.
Oh no, I didn't much like that. That one left me all blue.
Okay. Anyway, I'm guessing that the director of this film is a misanthrope because both Blackfish and this don't make a very good case for keeping human beings around on the planet.
I don't much care for human beings either.
Moving on. I.S.S. is in that bizarre and somewhat disappointing genre of films where, you know, you've got spaceships, you've got astronauts, you've got all the makings of a good sci-fi movie, but the plot ends up being more about human drama than any fictitious aliens. The recent Away from Netflix, of course Apollo 13, Ridley Scott's The Martian, and many other classic movies where actors are kind of just floating around on strings for 2 hours, putting out cabin fires and getting into space accidents. I mean, I don't know, it's not my favorite genre. I just feel like movies that go out of their way to build all of these sets and to set up this super cool futuristic environment and spend all the money on spaceship CGI, I mean, throw an alien in there.
Toss an alien in it.
Just hate seeing a movie missing out on a prime opportunity for some cool sci-fi shit.
I too much well prefer that shit as well too, Master.
Okay, you're doing too much, all right? It's too much. Relax, Bluesbot.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
My other main issue with I.S.S. right off the bat is that we've done this before, and frankly better. I mean, yeah, the fundamental conflict in this one is a war that breaks out on Earth between the USA and Russia, which in and of itself kind of just feels like a dated concept to be using for an action movie in 2024. They go out of their way to say that this movie takes place in current day, but like, the Cold War is over, my dudes. I mean, maybe come up with a more plausible modern day boogeyman, I don't know. But regardless, if you're going to go down this route of a sci-fi movie that just so happens to be about the Russians versus the US, I mean, we already have tons of those. 2010, The Year We Make Contact, is an excellent film. And even James Cameron's The Abyss tackles the idea of a Cold War in a space environment. Those are both masterpieces, which this sadly was not. What this movie did have going for it were some pretty great effects when there wasn't like brutal compositing errors or like, what the hell is this shot? It had mostly okay actors doing pretty good performances. I like this guy and everything I've seen him in, Sharp Objects, etc. Not down with him having a mustache. Doesn't make him look smarter. Makes him kind of look like a creep. Let's get rid of that. Key that out. Henry Cavill style. There were some great stakes. There were some solid set pieces, some good twists, some pretty well-earned emotional beats. But yeah, I mean, I would be dishonest if I was saying that this was punching at the top of even its own weight class. I mean, I prefer Gravity to this one, and I don't even think I really like Gravity.
Okay, so, time to melt down about the lame, emotionless, one-dimensional LGBT woman of colour.
Jesus Christ, Bluesbot, that was downright sinister. Have you been watching neurotic videos all night again?
No. Also, yes.
So yeah, unfortunately, we do have this Michael Burnham-esque vacuum of charisma as our lead actress of the movie.
Is her boyfriend in the picture?
Not a boy.
I'm an idiot.
I haven't heard any of my gay friends
I've
use
never
this
heard
phrase.
this from any gay person, no.
Which kind of sucks because she's surrounded by some pretty great actors doing some really good character work, like the guy from 10 Cloverfield Lane, who is playing a paranoid maniac in this one. Really enjoyed his performance.
And she was being crazy, right? You saw that.
And in case you want to cry foul over me pointing out this complete charisma vacuum, there is an actual scene meant to point this out where every single character is bagging on her for not having any kind of real emotional reaction to seeing the Earth from space for the first time. They're like going around the room roasting her for not having a soul.
Whoa. Yeah.
You like?
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's great.
What? What do I? Okay, I understood that. What do I not feel?
There's no borders.
Spiritual awakening. Like the whole world.
All connected together or something.
You choose them? Yeah, and then just talk.
That being said, the actress herself, I think, did a pretty good job with what she was given. She was a compelling lead. It was pretty solid following her, even though she couldn't really commit to having a character or personality.
Could have been worse.
But it also could have been better. I mean, you could have loaded this movie up with a ton of mid-level actors, kind of like Life did, which was a completely fantastic sci-fi movie, much better than I.S.S., starring Rebecca Ferguson and Ryan Reynolds and Jake Gyllenhaal. I mean, maybe they didn't have the budget for that, but it's just confusing because I feel like I see straight to Netflix movies starring like Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot and The Rock all the time. But like, this is a theater movie. I mean, it got a wide national release and there's not a single name in it. It's bizarre. I mean, spend that extra money, I guess, on somebody. I mean, you got Game of Thrones here. He's doing a Russian thing. He's keeping it Russian. He's putting in that Putin. Anyway, I don't really want to rate movies numerically so much anymore. It just seems ridiculous in this environment, in this day and age. Everything is subjective. Who cares? But not a full send recommendation, like a half-hearted recommendation. Fun rental, fun movie to watch with the wife if she absolutely cannot stand actual hard sci-fi or rated R blood and guts sci-fi. Fine, it's fine. Watch it with your parents if you want a movie that doesn't have a boner in it. It's awkward seeing boners when you're with your parents. So yeah, no rating, but I liked it.
6.7 out of 10.
Dude, did you not hear what I just said? And what exactly are we doing here, Bluesbot? You're like my new annoying made-up sidekick that I need to have on my show because I can't convince a real person to do this with me. That's what we're doing?
No.
And it's a funny voice because it's really my voice because everybody secretly knows I'm just pathetic. I'm just voicing my own characters.
Oh, you mean like Comic Book Girl 19 with sock puppets?
But eventually joins their crew, becomes an ascended master, and takes on the responsibility of saving a humanity which is imprisoned in a fake reality by insect-like multi-dimensional beings.
Or I mean, Screen Crush with the dog. Young Junko's just like a living trash can. So he's kind of like both in one, yeah?
Yeah, that. Exactly that. And what's the voice? What's the voice we're doing? Korg from Thor? Anyway, I'm DS Lyons of the movie...
I'm so alone.
Oh, God. Signing out.
Signing out as well.
That's how winning is done.
Because I love you, and I love you, and I love you, and I've seen all your movies, and I love your movies, and I think you're the best.